Hey guys, it's Catherine. So I wanted to record this video to give you guys some quick tips on what you can do when you run out of ideas for what to post on Instagram. So a lot of us businesses on Instagram, we're actively promoting our products and services, etc. And one of the main issues is what to post. Sometimes you hit these dry spells and you don't know what to post, what kind of content to put up on Instagram. So we stress ourselves out trying to figure out what's new, what's fresh, what other ideas can I put out there, what other information can I put out there, what other questions can I answer, what else can I do. You're going to notice that you're going to hit these dry spells where you're just all tapped out of creativity and ideas, and your audience feels it. They feel it. You feel them. They're not actively engaging anymore. They're not liking, commenting. You find that you hit dry spells with followers. So you kind of hit a roadblock. And so how do you get out of that? How do you break through that dry spell? Well, guys, I like to say new isn't always the solution. So a lot of times we're thinking of trying to come up with new ways, new ideas, out of the box. But sometimes new isn't the solution. Maybe it's not about looking for new things, new ways, new content. I like to say when you hit those dry spells on content, it's time to revamp or refresh what you currently have. So this is how you do it. And I had discussed this before on my blog for those of you who are bloggers. So I will put the link in the description box for those of you who are bloggers and you want to also take these tips to apply to your blog. And then when you hit those dry spells for blog content. Because I see Instagram as a microblog, I apply the same types of steps. So this is what you'll do. You're going to go through your Instagram feed. You're going to scroll through, and you're going to see which ones are the best posts that you have posted on Instagram. So what do I mean by best posts? Well, first of all, you yourself feel like this is an awesome post. I shared a lot of knowledge. I shared a lot of myself. I shared my story. I was authentic. I was real. I was honest. Like, this is something that you're absolutely proud of and you love. Okay? Then the next step is, from that content, then you're going to see which ones got the most engagement. So which ones got the most likes, which one got the most comments, which ones were reposted and shared with other followers. So whatever content that A, you love, and B, also gets a lot of engagement on, that's what you want to revamp or repost. So what you're going to do is, once you're scrolling through your feeds, check the posts that are 3 weeks or more older. So, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, etc. Okay. And you're going to go through these posts, remember, that you love and that have a lot of engagement on them. And you're going to revamp or refresh them. Now, before I get into how to do that, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to take this step and revamp and refresh? I think that with any social media platform, but we're talking about Instagram specifically, but with any social media platform, people are constantly scrolling through their feeds. They're constantly checking hashtags and what's trending and what's hot. You are constantly bombarded with new things. So your mind is going like this, okay? In the little window of time where we're checking our timelines, you can only take in so much information, okay? So I highly doubt. I mean, most of us have only maybe a few minutes at a time here and there, or we put it down. Maybe an hour later we check, etc. But we're not on our feeds 24 hours a day, okay, consistently. So we go back and forth. So the point of revamping your content is because I think, in my opinion, you are doing a great disservice to your audience, to your followers, to those people who really need to hear your message, if you are not reposting and revamping or reusing your content, okay? However you want to call it. Just reuse, revamp, etc. You are doing a great disservice. It's hindering your message by just posting it once. Because if it's something of quality and it's something that you love and it's something that your audience needs and they have actively engaged on it, like they love it and they let you know they love it, then why not post it again? Why not repost it? You, by reposting it or resharing, revamping it, what you're doing is, number one, you're sharing it with people who may have missed it the first time you post it. Remember, people are not actively on their feeds 24/7. Okay, so they may miss when you post something. Okay. Number two, you may have had new followers since the first time you posted it. And so you want to share with this again because maybe they missed it. You know, maybe they didn't get to see it the first time you posted it because they were not following you. You weren't visible to them. So in my opinion, I think you are opening opportunities and opening doors by sharing or resharing your most impactful content, the content that you love the most. Because then again, it's another way for you to continue to share your message, show your expertise, show that you know what you're talking about, and again, share something of value with your audience, because remember, your audience needs it. So this is a tactic I use a lot, whether it's on my blog or Instagram or other social media outlets. Okay, I like to reuse my content whenever I hit these dry spells of, what am I going to post next? I always go back to what I posted previously, and I think, okay, well, what's the message that I want to share with my audience? That's number one. Number two, what are my goals currently in my business? What am I looking to share? Who am I looking to connect with? What kind of customers am I looking to get for my business? And then I go back, and then what speaks to me the most at this time in my life? What can I share that's of value with my audience? What is it that I feel like they need to hear or hear again? Okay, and then I check, how many likes from the post that I found through my feed, through that research. Then I go through and see, okay, which one's got the most likes, which one's got the most comments, etc. And so what I'll do is, in order to revamp it or refresh it, what you can do is, whatever image it is that you used, if you created it, then go back to the software or program that you used to create it, and then just change up the colors, change out the layouts, the shapes, etc. Another thing you can do, so I use, for example, canva.com. That's where I use I use that program to make most of my content on Instagram. So I like to create my own content more often than not. So I go back to Canva and I change up the colors, change up the layout, etc. Another thing I can do, if it's not something you created, but it's maybe something like a picture you took, so it's not something that you actually went ahead and created the elements for it. It's a picture you took. What you can do is maybe you could change up the filters and give it a nice little other tone. In order to revamp it, you can maybe change the colors, change the lighting, show different angles, different perspectives, etc. If it's a product, for example, something that you have readily available, then show it in a different background, show it with different elements, etc. So you can always revamp or reuse your content. You can just change it up. You don't have to change it up. Honestly, you don't have to. You can change it up if you want to. I like to change things up because I just feel like it's refreshing to see. In a way, it's like creating new content. You're using the same content and the same caption and the same picture, but you're changing it up. So it's new in a way. But you don't have to do that. If you want, you could take a screenshot of that post that you want to reuse, and that way it's the same thing, and you can show even that you had posted this, 10 weeks ago, etc. You can do that, and you can say, hey guys, I want to share something that's, oldie but a goodie is what I like to say. So there's definitely ways that you can switch it up. What else did I want to say about the picture? It left my mind, but anyway. Stuff happens. I wanted to say something else about the pictures. Well, maybe it'll come to me. But the caption. So what I do is, what you can do is, because this is your own content, you can actually go through your feeds. When you find the picture that you want to reuse or revamp, you click on it, and then you're gonna go to where the three vertical dots. There's little vertical dots that you're gonna see. This is where you can, when you click on it, you'll have a sub menu come up. And from there, you can choose to edit the caption. So it's kind of like you're editing the post. You're not actually editing it. What you're doing is you're just going to click edit so you can access what you wrote, okay, the caption. So you're just going to select it and copy it. And then you're going to get out of there. So you're not doing anything to edit the image. You're just going to collect the caption. And then you're going to paste it onto like a Word document or an email, etc. So you already have the caption. You're working smarter, not harder. You're not doing anything new. All you're doing is reusing what you currently have. So that's what I do. I refresh my pictures for the most part, or I'll use the same one. And then I just copy my caption and then paste it onto somewhere else. And then when I'm ready to repost this picture of mine that I love, then that's what I'll do, and I'll put the caption on and everything like that. So however you want to do it, like again, you can change up the picture, you can take a screenshot of what you already posted, or you can even repost it using another app, etc. However you want to do it. But guys, again, work smarter, not harder. You don't have to stress out over trying to come up with new content all the time. Okay, reuse those pieces that you have that are of value and speak to your audience. Okay, so don't stress out. So I just wanted to share these tips with you guys because I notice a lot of people, that's one of their main concerns, is like, well, how can I come up with new content? Trust me, guys, when I tell you, it is possible and you can do it. Okay. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you don't want to miss any other tips, then I highly suggest you subscribe. You can also check me out on Instagram for other posts for your business. And by the way, I have this great ebook out right now. It's a workbook. You can easily print it. And it's all about hashtags on Instagram. So a lot of people are not familiar with hashtags. They have no clue where to start. They're using the wrong hashtags. They're putting hashtags in the wrong place. You know, so I want to teach you how to be more strategic with your promotions on Instagram. Instagram is something, guys, that as a business, you're not spending any money with Instagram, okay? You are promoting your products and services. The trick is you have to be strategic with your promotions on Instagram. This is not something that you're paying for. This is something that is free, that is easy to use, that millions of people are using right now. Okay, so I want to teach you how to unlock the key that are hashtag, or the key that is hashtags on Instagram. Okay, if you don't know how to use hashtags on Instagram, then I highly recommend checking out my workbook. It's only $5.99. So for less than $6, you get this comprehensive workbook with all of my tricks, tips, and secrets for using hashtags on Instagram. I want you guys to find the best hashtags which work for you and open your posts up to be viewed by millions of users on Instagram. So feel free to check it out. All of the links will be included in the description box. And again, thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in, and I will be in touch. Bye!